Hey guys, what's going on, Magic, and welcome to my update for 2017 edition of my top 10 games list. You'll be seeing games from last year in the video that I released like on August 15th or something, 2016, and you'll be seeing some new games which I found in the new year. There have been a few reshuffles in there and some completely new entries, which I'm pretty sure you probably won't expect, but we might as well get right into this. On our number 10 spot, we have Throw It Off the Rails. This is still probably one of my favourite games. After all, it's my 10th favourite game, and I'm playing through it right now, but my liking for this game has gone down severely because I've sort of noticed a few more of its flaws while I've been playing through the game. Now, don't get me wrong, it is entirely unique in the sense that it's actually giving you the possibility and availability to sort of walk around your park and do that in 3D and whatnot, whereas other games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, it just forces sort of top-down perspective, and you're able to ride the rides and whatnot, and it's quite a sort of innovative thing in the sense that it's not similar to any other type of theme park building game. And I really have to applaud it on that, and that's why it's definitely one of my favourite games to go back and play when I do, which is why I'm enjoying the series so much. Especially when I get to play casually, like that one live stream I did where I did Throw Over Giant in one quick sweep. I definitely enjoyed that because I was playing it casually. I didn't have to try and force any jokes, I was just playing it casually, very nicely. Again, the radio music in that game never gets old. And that's why I suppose this has stood the time for me for over 10 years now as well. But getting into our number 9 spot, we have the original Sonic Adventure, which is, most of you wondering, is Sonic Adventure 2 on here? No, it's not. Okay, so why do I like this game more? First of all, it has a better control scheme on PC. Second of all, I just like the more sort of ways to play. I mean, even Big's levels, it was just sort of a fun little side distraction. I really sort of like this game for what it was, and my Let's Play this game, while I initially thought, okay, Sonic Story's going to be bad, no, the other one's bad, I went in knowing as little about the game as possible. I played the beginning a few times, like I said, a lot, but I never really knew how it... I knew how it ended, obviously, but I didn't know how you do things in between. I didn't know Gamma existed, I didn't know Big existed, no Amy existed, and what... My perspective on this is that all the different game modes stopped the game from being old. So say if you were sick of playing a bunch of Sonic stages, you could go play as Big or as Tails. And the fact that the game was long as well and allowed this Let's Play to be really damn good and fun for me, and considering it was my most consistent Let's Play last year, it was really sort of nice for me to just sort of kick back on Wednesday and record it. Well, getting in at my number 8 spot now is Minecraft. Yes, this has fallen drastically. Minecraft has gotten boring, and the updates have got worse. I said that last time. However, in the past year, the updates have gotten even worse. I'm pretty sure most old people, you know, they really don't like this game anymore, but for me, I try to cling on to it, I try to come back whenever. I like playing it with my friends, but I don't really play it if it's like just by myself. Like that, I like to join SMPs, I'd love to do another SMP, but in the meantime, I think I need a sort of break from Minecraft to come back and experience it for what it is. There are a bunch of other Minecraft YouTubers have quit as well, and I think in order to sort of not get myself too sick, I couldn't record it that often or play that often, and while it is still pinned to my taskbar as well, and like hotbar, whatever you call it, it's still not the same as what it used to be. But a game that is always the same as it used to be because it never gets any updates is SimCity 2013 at our number 7 spot. I like this game because it's simple. Yes, I'm putting this over City Skylines because that game is too complicated for me to understand. SimCity 2013 is basically what I envisioned the game to be. Of course, it has its flaws. I acknowledge that, hence why it's lower down on the list than last time. But it's still a good city building game. The expansions, like I said in the previous one, added on to the experience so much more, and they've patched out all the bugs. And I enjoy this game for what it is. Again, these are games in my opinion. If you have different opinions and you prefer City Skylines, that's fine. But for me, I always thought that SimCity 2013, after I was initially introduced to it through a YouTuber called Crazy Kips, I'm pretty sure I went over that in the original video as well. But it always seems to sort of stay the same. I can play it with my friends or I can play it by myself, and since it hasn't had the chance to sort of be ruined by updates, like they haven't added anything any too drastic like the previous game on the list, it stayed the same, which can either be a good or bad thing. Again, I could get bored of it, I could not get bored of it, but it says explore a world of endless possibilities, and that's not really the case, but I like going back and seeing what I can sort of do and what I can't do, and if I can make a fully populated town without any industry commercial. And maybe I like going back to that game for that reason alone, just sort of experiment with it. But coming in at our halfway point, number 6, I can't count, can I? It is Professor Layton and the Pandora's Box. Why not the whole series? You asked, well, I'll get to it. If you thought this game was going to be about the box, then you were very, very wrong. No, I'm not going to spoil this game. You should go and play it on an emulator for yourself. I mean, gee, if only I was going to play this after I finished Ace Attorney series. But basically, this game is very good. There's no other way to put it. Like, I'm pretty sure you're hearing the theme right now because Neremik had to listen to the whole of this to get the clips. But even the theme, it just gets you hyped up to actually play the game. And then the ending, I can't spoil the ending. You need to discover it for yourself and bore your eyes out too. But the whole game, like through and through, was just amazing. Like when I played this years ago, and it's still amazing when I go back and play occasionally now. And it's still the test of time, even if it's not like the most technologically advanced game. I can appreciate for what it is, and I have to say it's probably the best because it doesn't need anything else to rely on. It's just simple, plain, friendly, and that's exactly what I like. Coming in the next entry on this list is GTA 5. Why wasn't this on the original list? Because I was biased as hell. This game, for those of you who don't know, has an online mode. That's okay. Story mode is okay-ish as well. I think this game has managed to stand the test of time for many other people as well, and this is one of the less obscure things on this list, because it still has a lot of people that play it, especially with the content updates, which debatably could ruin the game. But overall, the story mode is good, and so is the online mode, and it's just good, but those two things put together, and you alternating between them is just amazing. Even if the difficulty's bad, eventually you can overcome it, and that satisfaction of overcoming that difficult mission single player or online, it's just really good. And while I'm not as addicted as everyone else is in my school, it's definitely one of those games I go back and play a bit more because there's a lot more to do in it, and I like that. Coming in at why if I labeled that as number 7, coming in at like 4 probably, is the Ace Attorney series. I cannot decide on a single game. The first game was just, it set the foundations and had an amazing final case. Like, it had most good cases besides Rise from the Ashes. The second case, besides the third case, was also partially good. Third game, I feel as if it's slightly overrated, but hey, ho. You know, it's still a good game. That last case, I will agree, is amazing, and most of the cases with me are great. You know, Apollo, we can forget about that third case, but and the last case, but it has 2 okay cases. Dual Destiny is probably the least favourite of the bunch, and Spirit of Justice, and then we have those investigation games, which everyone drools over, and I can see why. This game has just got so much lore and so much gameplay, and while the formula can get a bit old at times, and while sometimes I might need to take a break from playing it, I really do like it. And again, it's one of those other consistent Let's Plays on this channel, and I really sort of like that, to manage to hold that title. Coming in at number 3, it's Animal Crossing for the Wii, also known as Animal Crossing City Folk. Let's go to the city. This is a game you can play any time of the year, up until the year like 2030, I believe, in which case the clock will reset to 2000, but pulling that out that way, you can go back to this game at any point and pick up if you have codes to remove weeds. Like, it never seems to get old. It's a nice little escape from all the other sort of things going on in the world, and you could just go into this nice little virtual town and do your own little chores, make and customize it however you want. And like I said, this was the first one I have, so maybe I'm blinded by nostalgia, but I don't really like New Leaf because I wasn't one to always customize my town. I was just one to get things done and enjoy the base game for what it is. And I think if you exclude New Leaf, this is easily the most developed of the bunch. And well, that's my only real argument. If you watch my Let's Play, you'd know why I love this game so much. Again, one of the more consistent ones, even though if it is on a Sunday night. Coming in at number 2, Sonic Unleashed. Yes, what could have possibly beaten out my favourite game of all time? Well, I'll admit this game has some flaws, like the 2 desert levels, but besides that, this game has all the pros that I like. I still like the day and night levels, I still like the music, I still like the whole buzz, but there was one game which still beat it out. While everything in this game just seems to be so perfectly refined, it's good to see it's actually beginning to get some of the recognition. There's one game which has beat it out, which is probably the only one I have not played on this channel, despite like fascinating fun. Finally, my number 1 spot for my favourite game in the updated 2017 list, whatever you want to call it, is Virtue's Last Reward from the Zero Escape series. Now, most of you are probably questioning, but you haven't played this. I thought you said, you know, you haven't played this game before and whatnot. That's true, I haven't played it on PC, but I did play it when it first came out on the PS Vita, for those of you who remember that lovely little gadget. Now, 6 years ago is a long time, and I've forgotten almost every single detail about this game imaginable. I can remember little snippets, so it will be like a first-time playthrough. Now, to give you an impact of sort of how great this game is, it is the same as 999, which I'm getting a Let's Play on. You should watch that, by the way. But basically, this is a puzzle-solving game mixed with visual novel and I can't say much about this game without spoiling it, but there are some scenes in this game which will make you just stop and take a little few steps back and appreciate what you have and rethink a few life choices, because this game hits you hard. Not only the puzzles probably my favourite thing about this game, even if I was like clueless and stuck on them for ages in the original one, which a few things I do remember about this game. Even the characters, they're completely memorable, and I'm not going to spoil the cast of characters, because again, you should watch my Let's Play when it comes out, because I need to use an AdSense to see if I can ever monetize my channel. Again, this game also has a really rapid fan base. Like, I'm pretty sure most people regard this as the best Zero Escape game, and I'm sorry that I forgot about this on the last list. Like, if it was on the last list, it would have easily been like number 2 and number 1, but you know, I forgot about this. Again, this single game is the reason I'm re-updating it, because I found my copy on the PS Vita, and I'm like, I know what I have to do. And whenever I just hear a simple track from this game, like, you're probably hearing, I think it's Morphogenetic Sorrow. That track just brings back so many memories. There's so many scenes, so many emotions. Like, anyone who's played this game knows exactly what I'm talking about and how this game hits you in all the right ways, even if the visuals are a bit of a turn-off at times. But for those of you who don't know what this game is, I encourage you, please come along and buy this game for yourself, or watch my playthrough of it, even if I will be completely clueless, as previously said. This is easily my favourite game of all time. I have been back to it numerous times. Like, I've done the first few puzzles, and I've even just gone back and watched like those final few moments of certain endings because they were just that good. And while, yes, 999, I probably will like some of the endings, like, again, it's made by the same people, I don't have that emotional attachment to it. It was one of the first few games I got for my PS Vita because I was into Professor Layton at the time. I can't stress the emotional attachment and the good game design I have to this, which make it my favourite game of all time. And is this probably, you know, will there probably be a better game than this that comes down the line? Yes. It's a probably game that I've completely forgotten about, which I love with all my heart, definitely. But this is what comes to mind when I think of my favourite games, and it's the first thing which clicks into my head. And if that doesn't scream that's your favourite game of all time to you, then I'm not sure what will. But that is my top 10 favourite games of all time, 2017 updated edition, whatever you'll call it. That'll be the title now, won't it? But if you enjoyed this video, then once again, make sure you leave a thumbs up, plus subscribe to notifications, and leave a comment down below with your top 10 favourite games. Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? Do you think a different Zero Escape game is better? Or if you never played this game, or have you, and do you not see the point? I await your responses in the comments down below. But without sending us aside, thanks for watching, guys, and my name is Neremik, and peace out.